is under this tree. This is the day that the Lord has made. And they say in the church, let us rejoice and be glad, right? That's what it's all about. Well, folks, we're live again, back under the tree. We got Super Tony and Super Melanie under the tree. You know, Melanie says she's looking for a boyfriend, so I said it out voice any young man. Do you want to talk about that? Huh?
Pardon?
You want to listen, folks. I'm having a ball. And
Sing the song.
What's up? Melanie looking for a boyfriend?
Put it in the one ad.
Put it in one ad. Melanie looking for man. She want a man with a
Extra.
read out about it. Bought it. Young and chicken.
Young man, single and free.
You want
Single and free.
She want a single
Don't
and
come
free.
saying you're single but you're in free because that don't add up.
Yeah.
That's just as like being married.
Oh Jesus.
Yes.
And being married used to be a good thing. Now being married.
It's a good thing, yes, as long as you stay in your marriage. It's a beautiful thing. But you know, greedy men in the Bahamas, yes, there are many greedy men.
Hold on, wait, that is good in the movies. Real. What you mean greedy men? What do you mean greedy men?
Men who want more than they could handle, biting off more than they could chew.
What do you mean by that? Listen, if a man could handle two women, why not? That's a beautiful thing.
Show me a man who could handle two women.
Let me see. There's couple. There's the superhero. What do you call it?
Oh, you mean like way back in the Bible, those who documented and
David and Hezekiah. And Nehemiah. They had
because they were operating under a different regime.
A different regime.
Yeah.
So there was a human. There was a human.
They were human, but they were guided by a different principle. We guided by some kind of hand-me-down, watered-out version of what seemed to be quite contrary to the way people naturally live.
So you telling me, man, most of us hand down, water down?
Your principles, because guess what? But guess what? You all have a wife and ain't happy, and then you all tell the woman out there, oh, I in this relationship, but we ain't like that, you know, and I get out of that. And so you give the woman, because when the woman hear that now, she can automatically say, oh, well, I know I'm a good woman, so I might as well try my hand. Y'all set the precedence, make women believe.
So if you all is let's talk about the ones who's a good woman. So if y'all is such a good woman, hold on. So since y'all is a good woman, since y'all is a good woman, and we
are the evil man,
we evil and what else?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So when you date me or marry me, and you tell me you good woman, you could wash, clean, cook, and make love to me 5 times a week, and then you ain't doing it, you ain't gonna look for someplace else. So you was hand down and water down, because
you like to come up with that particular version, right?
What do you mean?
Let's explore some of the other things. What about the woman who was doing those things? I always have to ask you that.
No. Hold on. No, the question was, if I am hand down and water down.
In your principles.
Okay, in my principles.
Yes.
So
because why I said
so
that.
What happened to the woman? What happened to the woman who made this disclaimer that she's all this, and then when I find out she ain't this, then what?
Those are few and far between.
Wait, listen.
Those are, but that MO that I described.
How many women you think? There's more women than man.
Yeah, but guess what? I don't know.
So especially you all water down.
Ain't no women watered down. Women in the Bahamas have been well trained to be good partners to their husbands.
Women in the Bahamas was taught. Let me tell you what they were taught. You want me to tell you?
You really want me to tell you? I want hair.
All y'all behaving women, let me tell you what y'all be taught. Don't make sure you got man, don't go with a poor man. Make sure you got money. 1, 2. Oh well, a good man is in the church.
Mm-hmm.
3, um, a man who don't spend any money on you, he ain't no man.
More anymore?
Yeah, I got plenty more, but let me show you something. That's what the mothers
And
tell.
still,
Yeah,
yeah, because what
don't come from nowhere.
I mean,
Mm.
okay, the modern parents bring it across exactly the way that you say it,
Yeah,
right? But in the older generation, even the fathers used to tell you, don't have no man who ain't working, who does not have a job. That's something that not only handed down or taught by the mother, that's taught by the fathers as
but I
well.
want what I want. Listen, this
But
bugging
what
me.
I
I can get in trouble. I'm a narcissist or whatever they call me. I don't care what they call me. But you know what I'm saying? Why it always gotta be woman looking for man to get him something? Why a woman can't come with something too?
Go ahead now, let's go way back. Let's
Why,
talk historical. You see, because now we
I
talk
believe in
about
that
it.
part in the Bible. If you go,
Oh, you don't believe in the
no,
Bible.
that part.
But guess what?
I
But
believe
guess
that
what?
part in
Oh,
the
but you
Bible.
believe you could have more than one woman. How you could have more than one woman?
Me, me, and
So that means you
me,
have
and
two women to take care of you.
me and Lil G had an argument over this. Right? Lil G told me.
It's Lil G.
Lil G is my little buddy that I throw things off. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Lil G. She
Mm-hmm.
only about 16. But
Oh,
she's like my
okay.
rabbit. And I like
Okay.
throw things off. And Lil G had this big argument with me. But I think she's I'm a male chauvinist because I say to her, but yeah, she's supposed to wash the dishes and she's supposed to. But that's what I thought a woman do. If that's
But that's what is taught in our culture.
to take care of man, right?
I wouldn't say to take care of a man, but to be the homemaker. How
Okay,
about that?
okay. The woman be homemaker,
Yeah.
and so the man be what?
The
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 builder, the
provider.
provider, builder.
He bring home the
All
beef.
right then. So now, why you want me? When I say you, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
Mm-hmm.
woman. Why you want me
To bring
give you
home the
my
beef.
money,
Bring
and then
home the
you
beef.
won't cook for me? Then you don't want lay in the bed. You don't open your leg for me. See, I telling it straight.
Well,
Oh,
well,
I coming straight, miss. So
well.
all y'all women out there who get mad at me, I ain't no male chauvinist, but I can tell you straight.
But
Don't
Tony,
hide. So let me say my part. You don't want to do your responsibility with me, but you want me to offer you my money.
you ever stop to think?
And then you can tell me when after you done fool me after 5 or 6 years, then you can start telling me, but oh man, you want too much sex. But the plan was you give me sex in the beginning all the time, and now you change on me. But you still want my and then not only that you want more of my money.
but then that means some other things have changed aside from the money and the sex.
The
It
plan
means that the relationship has
ain't no
deteriorated in
relationship
some
change
form.
because you still see the relationship change because you still taking more money and more of my money now
So
after all
you're
of this.
so you see, you really want me to tell you what I just hear you say?
Tell me.
Basically, what you said is that you was giving this woman your money for her body. You wasn't building and working on
But
a
but
relationship.
they will. That's the point I make it. They will tell you, oh, to be a good man, you gotta take care of me. But actually, all I doing is buying piece of front. Now,
But
so
are you?
you scared? You scared
No,
to talk?
no.
This
But
real.
are you?
This on the
See,
tree. This
see.
real talk, right?
Yeah, this is real talk
But
under the
talk to the
tree.
camera. Be real.
No, but you see, I can't stop looking at you because Tony,
I know.
listen. No,
I don't
no, no,
care.
no, no,
I know
no,
they
no,
can
no,
beat me
no.
up. I don't care.
But that's okay. But would you allow me that? Because right now, you see, you have my brain in a reel
Because
going very fast,
yes,
right?
because y'all don't sit down and plan your see in the I talking about the Bahamas. I ain't talking nowhere else. But in Bahamas, we got this thing that men basically was saying we should pay for front because
But
you
Tony,
say,
in
but
in
that's a
in
foolishness. We shouldn't be
Tony,
paying for. Hold
listen to
on, we
me.
shouldn't be paying for the front. You know what we should be paying for?
What?
We should be paying for my mother who born me. Me take care of her because she spend my money to pay me to go to college, go to school.
Okay.
That's why I should be
And
my.
I am thinking
I should
that
I should buy
there
you a
should be a
gift
balance.
if you my
If you're
girlfriend.
not the wife,
If,
yeah.
right. I
But
should, I
if
should
you
buy you a
are the
gift.
wife, if
And
you
if
are
I
the husband
feel,
and she's the
oh,
wife,
if I feel like I should give you something, if I feel, but it shouldn't be no demand.
I don't think it
It
should
should
be a demand even in a marriage
Christmas. We
because
talking about Christmas now. We put all this
yeah,
back in Christmas.
yeah, but
Some of
it
these
shouldn't
fellas,
be a demand.
some of these fellas probably can go home if they can buy that and buy that and buy that.
Well, I sympathize with such a
This what you bring me
man
for Christmas?
because it means that he set the precedence. He set the precedence. Let me tell you something. You
He set no
men,
precedent.
yes, y'all do, y'all do.
It,
Because
the
guess what?
president is increased on the man and he don't even know he getting. Man don't even know they getting game.
I didn't know. Trust
Oh
me.
man,
So how y'all know when? How y'all know to walk then? If y'all ain't know y'all get.
some of us never walk. We get kicked. It's true.
They gone from what they say.
Some of us get kicked. And we get kicked so hard. Let me tell you, we don't even bounce back. Look, go around them liquor stores. We don't bounce back.
Tony.
Most of us drinking because of our family problems. Most of
Tony,
us walk in the street.
I'm gonna use my daughter's phrase that she used this week in a discussion that we have. Many of us in the Bahamas are suffering from generational curses.
You mean your daddy
And
and
the
mommy?
generational curse is that we do not sit and have a sensible discussion. You know, let me tell you, a family and a relationship is much like a business. You have to have a business plan. You have to agree on the direction that your relationship and your marriage is taking. But many of us do not do that. We just jump in on the deep end.
Yeah, we don't have
and
no.
then sink, swim, or float.
Yeah, we don't have no plan. Listen,
And many are drowning because they can't swim, they can't float, so
we
they
don't have.
sink.
We don't. You think man have a plan? Man, let me tell you, man plan is. Man, see this body.
That's so. Now, oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
You see this body, and it look good.
Uh-huh.
And all he thinking about, I gotta deal with that. I can get some of that.
Oh.
Yeah, he going
So,
there.
oh.
He going there in a. Hold on. He going there.
We got the truth
Yeah.
coming out.
He going
Listen
there.
carefully.
He going there to get some.
Uh-huh. And then want
No. Hold on. You are the woman them. Y'all.
No.
Hold on.
Continue on the
Y'all,
part that
I
you
understand
started
part.
on.
Y'all keep calling because y'all ain't want to give nothing up unless it's a long term thing. You know, y'all leave with that little dating thing and banging and go. No, y'all want. I gave some. You married all of a sudden.
We are getting to the crux of the matter.
Yeah, that's the crux.
And the crux of the matter is you all pursue the woman because of how she looks. 24, 38, 26. I go 38, 24,
some
36.
gotta attract you. Either what she say,
right?
Or she look,
no, the body.
Or what she wear. Some.
No, you said the body. We see
That's the
them
looks.
and we pursue them.
Yeah.
Okay? And then when do you wake up? After you done jump in bed. And all you did, only thing you were looking for at that time was that body. And now that you didn't get the body, then you want to change the game plan to a caretaker. And the woman was like, oh, but we didn't discuss this.
No, but Bahamian people don't discuss nothing.
No, Bahamian men don't discuss. Bahamian women have it in their head all the time.
Okay, a Bahamian woman discuss that, but Bahamian men take a shot. You take a shot.
Yeah, and that's how you'll end up to the bar and then blame the women.
And we start seeing funny. They get a little blurry.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
And then what y'all do? Y'all blame the woman.
Yeah,
the woman this
no,
and the woman that.
No, but the woman want relationship. We want a relationship. We want to pass through. And y'all hold us down.
Stop lying. Stop lying on women.
Hold on. You might this on the tree straight talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might taste it the first time. And you ain't sure. You say, let me try that again to make sure. So you go back in the second time.
But you see why.
Can I tell you the truth?
But you see why women do not surrender their bodies to a man for a long period of time. You know why? Because she's trying to get to know you.
I trying to get to know you too from a
No, you
distance.
trying to get to know.
But hold on.
You trying to
So,
get to have her.
so what you saying to me is that you gonna put a time limit on it.
It ain't no time limit. It's a guiding principle.
What is the guiding principle?
The guiding principle is no ring, no thing until we get the ring. That's the guiding principle.
No thingy, no ringy?
No tingy, no ringing.
But listen,
no ringing, no tingy.
Okay, but listen to me. Listen to me. There's no way. See, I hear them talking about all these professional fellas talking about those 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Let me show you something. If you see a beautiful woman, now, how have you judge a beautiful? Yeah.
Oh,
you matter.
Lord Jesus.
She's just beautiful.
All you keep doing is showing how you all is up in the
No.
world, you know?
This how we beautiful woman. You see a beautiful woman, okay.
Mhm,
Beautiful.
mhm.
She could be beautiful in ways, beautiful looks, beautiful as she
Well,
cares.
the only way you know the ways is beautiful is to spend time
Okay,
with her.
well,
so when y'all talk
whatever
beautiful,
you think.
y'all look at the exterior.
Yeah, whatever you think she's beautiful. Okay. So now, we go through this beautiful thing in our mind.
Mm-hmm.
We go home and we calculate this whole beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you calculate this beautiful thing, you come back in next with a plan. Now, here's the problem. So you thinking 6 weeks. I thinking.
Women don't really think time, you know. Women think until I get to know you.
Right. But here's the
Until
point.
I know
But
that
yeah,
you
but
are
that's the point.
worthy
But that-
of my time,
So I
my
want you-
energy, my attention, and then my body.
But I
You
want
see
you.
what it is?
but-
Time, energy, attention, and then the body.
Yeah, but I want you now as my wife. I look at you and I say, oh, this one could be my wife. I look at
Because
hold
y'all
on.
do fast forward.
Yeah.
Fast forward.
I don't see about children. I don't see about the son, the daughter, and the big house and all. I don't see all this. 'Cause I'm moving slow.
Okay.
Okay. So now, I don't see all this. So now I want to get this process rolling.
Mhm.
You think I can wait 6 weeks to get this process rolling? See,
But you
God's
don't have
principle.
to, but guess what?
God's
Hold on
principle
now.
is.
Hold on now. You
is a
don't have
pattern.
to wait 6 weeks. But what you do need to do is have a conversation.
The conversation is shaking heads. Yeah. Okay. Right for that. Done. What else we can say? Because you
So
like me, you don't like me.
So
What
therefore,
all this rubbing and talk?
so
Because at the end of the day,
therefore, listen.
Go ahead.
I could tell you a lot of things that we don't touch,
Mm.
and I'm guilty of it too, right? But from a medical perspective, right? There are family illnesses, there are family debts, there are family reputation. You are a product of a community from which you came. We don't explore none of that.
let me tell you.
And that is bad.
Let me explore something for you. Let me explore something for you. I was brought up in a home where I could say my siblings brought me up. My one brother and my 4 sisters.
Mhm.
They brought me up. But each one of them has something different to offer.
Mhm.
And it's amazing that you say that because all of them have different to offer. Because like my older sister taught me principles, God's words, principles.
Mhm. Mhm.
My second sister taught me to stop joking, be honest, be serious, be
Mhm.
they're a different type of principle.
Mhm.
My sister behind her, that one taught me how to be a gentleman.
Mhm.
That's a total different thing. Okay.
So they all had
Yeah.
made a
Yeah.
contribution
Yeah.
to you. Okay.
And then my last sister,
Mhm.
she take me with her everywhere.
Mhm.
But my brother taught me how to get the girls. I mean, he taught me how to,
Okay,
because he was
alright.
an entertainer.
Right.
And he taught me how to get girls. And he told me what to look for
Mhm.
and the principles, right?
So you had all around coaching
Yeah.
from your siblings.
And then my my mother disciplined me.
Okay.
But on that discipline, she always say the words to me that I love you so much because I was the last child.
Mhm.
So I was kind of spoiled.
Mhm.
But my sisters and they consistently grow me up. Now, this is kind of strange in family because normally people grow up themselves. This is old school now. We talking way back then. I ain't talking about your time.
I want to
talking
know
about,
what the normal, what
okay.
time period
So
it was normal
yeah,
for an individual to grow themselves
yeah.
up.
This new area they grow themselves.
This present
I see
day.
them walking on the street.
Oh,
But
okay.
what is so amazing, believe this or not, my brother-in-law
Mm-hmm.
taught me how to cook.
Okay.
My sister taught me how to cut the stuff. My brother-in-law taught me how to cook. And so why I brought this up is this: I had a good knitted family who played a master role in my life.
Excellent.
Okay, but I understand. I also had my own individual thinking where I want to go. So don't they, don't they, don't they? I mean, and these sisters of mine was like Margaret Thatcher and Hitler. They tried to control my life the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
The day to day, I
Mm-hmm.
understand now. The day to day, my sister in Freeport and the next one, they can tell me, oh, you shouldn't say this. They still trying to control my life.
Okay.
But I am grateful they had still steered me.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe I say all this to say this.
So,
I believe
uh-huh.
I was grown up properly.
Excellent.
Right, but hold on.
Excellent.
So, and I believe they give me this vision that I can see a woman coming. Because they a woman. They a woman.
Okay.
Okay. So now.
So what you're saying is because of your upbringing, you don't need to spend too much time in the presence of a woman to know that this woman would be a good woman for you.
Amen.
Okay.
Because I look at my sisters and my mother and
I could ask you a
principles.
question
Okay.
that would basically say, did your theory prove to be correct?
My sisters was right. My mother.
So
was right
okay. So you have been the husband of that one wife all your life because you chose a good woman.
Yeah.
And it's working out even unto today.
No, it ain't working.
In a good, perfect state.
No, it ain't working. No, it ain't working.
So what,
no, it ain't working.
I'm not gonna ask what went wrong,
No,
but what I want to say to you is based on what you said, okay? Do you think that more time dating or more conversations during the dating period would have helped you to identify the problem that presented itself later that caused you to no longer be married to that woman that you loved enough to take to the altar?
Okay, you see that passage I said you do? Let me go way back and I see him stable I said you do. My life. Women are basically grown up and taught from home.
We all are, men and women.
The fundamentals that the woman needs to carry on, they start from home.
Exactly.
So when she
with the man, and you have demonstrated that.
And woman has, and woman, the women that you of today, not no way.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking.
They are the ones, because the women of today, they don't have no really mindset. You know, they move with the wind. And I telling you, they move with the wind. So it don't matter how much you talk, how much you talk here, how much you talk, they can do what they want to do. See, a price.
That's human in general.
Yeah,
no matter the era you were raised in, you're gonna do what you want to do.
Everybody has a price. Don't let them tell you.
I won't dispute that.
Everybody has a price. Okay? Because it's just some people price is so high to reach it. But everybody has a price.
But you know what that says, right? The price is based on self-worth. How much of a value do I place on myself will determine what I demand of the man who pursues me.
But let me ask you, how much do you all think you left? How many of y'all left? How many think good woman left or woman with principle left?
Those whose families have sought to pass on the value system to their
How many
children.
children you think listen to that value system?
Well, let me say this. In every family, you have two. If the family has five children, it's gonna be at least two and a half who are gonna listen, and the next two and a half
But
that's not gonna listen.
but let me tell you what. Boy, I can go into something deep.
Go
But I am.
ahead,
You
go
ready for
ahead,
this?
go ahead.
Like if I'm a man, I'm looking for a wife.
Mm-hmm.
In the Bahamas, there's so many troubled people in the Bahamas.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
yes.
See, a lot of
Because
people.
we come from troubled
Right,
backgrounds.
and let me give you. Boy, I don't want to bring this up, but this real. There's so many. I talking on my behalf as women.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many women who have issues, deep rooted issues that they bring into a relationship or a family.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you meet some of them, they bring in baggage
Mm-hmm.
that either they have one, a baby before they come in,
Mm-hmm.
and then they bring in, they will bring in their boyfriend and their husband with the baggage. So now, I trying to,
You now are basically being tagged on to that
yeah,
baggage. It's no clean slate for you.
no,
But guess what? It's the same thing with the men.
yeah, but
The
all,
women are subjected to the same thing. Whatever baggage or garbage a man had in a previous relationship, that woman who now
no,
enters a new relationship with him have to face the
Mo-
consequences to some extent
but
of
most
his
time people
bad
drop that.
experience.
Most time, a man drop his baggage and gone. A woman continue with her baggage. And let me give you what I'm talking. Some of the things we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
because we can go back to our Christmas thing. But yeah, but let me give you some of the things we're talking about. Family baggage.
Mm-hmm.
My sister don't like me. My brother don't like me. My family don't like me. That's why.
Okay.
And then they come to
Well,
you.
I,
So
I
you
would
bring your
I would
family baggage.
agree that women
So
may have a higher tendency to
yeah,
voice it.
yeah. There you go.
And not that they ain't not that men are not carrying it. It's
Yeah,
just that men do not voice it. They suppress it.
yeah.
But guess what? It's still your frame of reference. So when the woman does something or say something, you draw from your past and respond to her according to what your past experience has been. And two to one, the woman didn't even intend it or meant it to be the way that you interpreted it to be.
See,
But you interpreted based on your past experience.
see.
Women and men are guilty of it.
Yeah, woman and man. When you bring a woman into your life today, you bring her. If she was, if she had a boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
he's still coming around and he's still calling because she have a baby. He still won't be. He still believe he in charge. And then you here now. You trying to be this guy of principle.
Mm-hmm.
All you can get is the baggage because
But guess what?
because you try not to let your principle down. So every time you stand up, that can be a fight.
But guess what?
Mhm.
Let the fight go on. Because if you do not fight in the first instance, you will always be trampled upon.
But it's somewhere along the line you got to say, hey, that's no. I don't think you need to fight because I think you need to move on, find something new. That's why I tell you all
No,
this.
Tony,
See,
Tony,
I
Tony,
can't.
Tony.
All this. Hold on. All this battling,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well,
That's what.
you gotta place a
Let's go back.
value on it, whether it's worth fighting
Yeah,
for.
it might be.
Bottom
It
line.
might be worth fighting for, but guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The let's talk about what you
If
talk.
the communication is
But I
effective,
just
the
want you to
fighting
add all this
will
up.
stop.
I'm adding all this up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me add this up. That's why I tell you all this long talk and all this.
Mm-hmm.
You get in, get out.
Okay.
You that's
So
headache.
okay. So do you know what that actually now brings us to? The
Mhm.
permanency with which we view marriage. See, because for you, if it don't work, you get out. But for most people, based on our Christian beliefs, because my mother, who has been separated from my father from I was 3 years old, okay? You're talking over 50 years, right?
Okay.
She still believes to this day, even though she has been in a relationship with someone else and had 3 children since her marriage, she
Mhm.
still believes that her only husband is my father and that she cannot marry another person until my father passes, if he passes before she
Yeah, that's
does.
old school principle. That's old school. That's our principle. That ain't Bible, but that's our principle, right? But listen to this.
No, that's her interpretation of Bible principle. That's her
I ain't gonna say no more of
interpretation.
that. That's our interpretation.
Yeah. So
But
what's your interpretation? Your interpretation, if it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let
let
it
it
go.
flow. Because
Because
see,
that's how you want it. Don't mean it has
yeah,
to be
because
so.
because and the reason I say that, like I want you to follow this whole thing. The reason
Mm-hmm.
I say all that because guess what? The church today, if the woman go in the church, just like I would do, God send God send this man to me. That's what they say. You don't think
Okay.
so? So if God sending me, why you gotta take so long? If, so why you
Child,
gotta but
please.
that's what you
You
tell me.
see, I can take that the way you take my money interpretation of the Bible, marriage, and
But
divorce.
that's the
I am
interpretation.
going to take that in that
You know I
vein.
was getting at something, hey?
I'm
All
going to
right.
take that in that vein because trust me, if God,
Mm.
my grandmother, who's been dead for quite some time, she say, if God was like man, plenty of these people would have been dead for them lying on him.
But let me tell you something. But man, listen, man can lie, woman lie, sex doesn't the same thing.
6.5
It's the
dozen, yeah.
same thing. They all lie.
But, but,
Woman lie sweeter.
but Tony, but
Woman can
Tony,
lie good. If woman
but
lie, you know
Tony,
God help you.
but Tony, coming
Mm.
right back to it now, it means then that on an individual level, right back to it, we have to set the standards for ourselves, and all those whom we allow in must live by that standard or they can go in a
Exactly.
different
So
direction.
so right away, my let's go back to the like the conversation. Right away. See, I'm trying to educate you. This is what our show is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Inspire, educate. Right away, most relationships that go in sour,
Mm-hmm.
you see it beforehand. Why is it you stick with this guy? You know this guy. You don't figure in matter days that this can
So
fit
no,
with
no.
them.
Well, what I want to find out. Okay, you're talking about that's prior to a marriage commitment.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
You done, but you.
Right.
So the point I'm trying to make, all of this conversation, I just trying to provoke it. But the whole conversation based on most times, why do I have to take so long? And I can see this. I can see this. I can see this already.
Maybe it's an act of desperation. You know, one thing that they I don't know what it is for men, but one thing that they always insult women with is the
Mm.
biological clock. To me,
Yeah.
that's an insult
But
because biological clock marriage is not necessarily for procreation.
no, it's
Many
not.
people don't want children.
Many
So
people might
if
even want to be married
there we have it. So
because
the
Bahamas is based on
social
Christian culture.
pressure,
Yeah.
the social pressure that is placed on women, because they don't pressure men to get married, they pressure women. Oh, you have to get married. Oh, I want some grandchildren. Oh, this, oh, that. You know,
Get married.
but
Well, I tell you what, hold that thought because I know. No, you can say it. You go.
no,
Okay,
no.
folks, we just start on a hot. We just get hot and we forget how our show was supposed to run. So, but we know we're supposed to talk about
Christmas
Christmas,
traditions,
and I
part
didn't even
three.
do my health and wealth. So let me do my health and wealth, please, before we get carried away again.
Okay,
Because once you
so
talk about
that was all that discussion came out of Tony promoting my singleness and availability.
mm,
So
G on the
I
market,
think everybody know now that I ain't the easy one
Oh no.
to to suit
The
and
man who
fulfill,
come
right?
this way in trouble. But anyhow, you know what I tell you? You know what, Melanie? Let me. Are you going to tell the people that you got your instrument this week?
Uh, yes, I did.
Well, let me tell the people. You know, y'all got to congratulate Melanie. She got an instrument this week. As now she has a DR behind her name. You know,
No, PhD behind
PhD
the name.
behind her name. Well, all of it
Yeah.
matter. All is a doctrine. So she got a PhD behind her name now. So she's officially called Dr. Melanie Fernando. You use Fernando Lightboy.
Fernanda Lightboy.
Fernando Lightboy. So,
First name Audrey.
first name Audrey. So, we
Excuse
must
me.
congratulate her. I didn't bring the cake because it fall when I tried to bring it. Drop it on my hand, smash on the road. So,
Yeah, Tony lying.
no, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I tell you, I bring it, but it has an issue. You know me, the cake has some issue. So, I'm gonna sing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday. Congratulations to you, man. Melanie,
Thank
on
you.
behalf of Under the Tree, we congratulate you.
In this formal,
And only great things could happen for you now. And
thank
greater
you.
things to come.
Mm.
Um, the COVID-19 comes, so I can't really kiss you in the COVID-19 on your cheeks. But look what I should say to you. I will give you the whole accolade that job well done. You keep the good work up. Always remember, if we got a lot of fans out there, don't mind the little bit you see on the, don't worry about that. We got some fans who care. And
Mm-hmm.
and later today, I'm gonna ask them as the show going to just hit you up and put some congratulations to you.
Okay.
So folks, as you listen to the show today, just hit her up. Just say anything to her. You know, she don't mind. She answer. You can say anything you can say, and make it a little funny. You know, because she gotta have a little smile to make it a little funny and congratulate her on her job. Well done. Moving right along to the show. You got anything you want to say before I
Mm-mm.
go?
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for um the congratulatory remarks. It was a long, hard journey. It wasn't as hard as it was long and distressful, but it was an enjoyable one. And if I had to do it over again, I will just pull out the 3 years of inactivity and
Mm,
do everything else the same. So that's
mm.
a commendation for Northern Caribbean University in
None got me,
Mandeville,
man,
Jamaica.
Jamaica. But so
Yes.
let me ask you a question now. We can, so you can keep under the tree healthy now, right?
Well,
Wealth
that
and
was a
health.
degree in education,
And
right? But we try to keep under the tree healthy
okay.
all the time.
So
Yes.
since we got that,
Yeah.
moving right along, health and wealth. I didn't bring a plan this week. I bring something better. You see this? All right. This is called salt, and this is called the salt from the rocks. You know, you ever been in that's Fernandez? Where the salt?
When in Cat Island,
Yeah, that's
they have several
yeah,
places, but
several places they have
yeah,
the salt,
but they have a salt pond
salt.
just
Yeah,
south of well, New Bight
New Bite
and that mergence
right, something,
junction
yeah.
from
And then you
what
have
I would call
San Salvador in Columbus, not Columbus, in UE. You got salt.
or at the university
Yeah,
campus.
yeah. Okay. And they
Okay,
got Salt
and
Pond
most yeah.
and Salt Pond, Long Island, and
Mm-hmm.
this one, Andres. But this is what they call what do you call it?
Rock salt,
Rock salt. This is
sea
from the
salt.
sea salt, rock salt.
Yeah,
Now, if you,
you pour some in the crystals
eh,
so I could see the actual.
okay,
And you'd hear the doctors always say, stop the
that's
salt in your diet. But you see
that's the
that?
pure salt, crystal
Crystals.
salt from
Yes.
the rock. All right, from
Very
the pond.
salty.
Very salty. I
But
would
it
eat it
don't
next
have,
time. Next time.
you
Next
would
time.
eat that?
Next time I put it in my mouth for you. But this is salt. And what is salt? Salt is so good, especially when you get pains in your body and you put this in the tub. This is what my mother tell me. And you put this in the tub and you soak. And Melanie is the expert on salt, so I can let her tell you another reason salt. this salt is good for? What they use?
Well, I like the fact that you mentioned the soak, and I
Yeah.
learned something
Mm.
um,
No,
this week
yeah, you
in a training session. I'm
doing
actively pursuing a
salt,
certification as a
rock
health and
salt.
life coach,
Hey,
right? But it was
eh,
recommended that a salt bath,
yes, listen,
actually, if you're feeling stressed,
this is it.
it helps to put your body back
Mm.
in
It,
its
yeah,
equilibrium.
yeah, balance
So
back. These
yes,
forms. Yeah.
right. So you would, they suggest that you actually sit in it, but the most important part of the body to be in that salt bath would be your feet. Okay? Of course, this week my daughter had her usual allergies and her nose was extremely clogged. And I asked her to just melt some of that in some warm water and then take little drops of it, put her head back, and drop it in the nostril. It is the most excruciating of all. It's almost like when you go to the beach,
Yeah,
you ever
and
had that
salt water. Yeah,
thing that send like a million firecrackers off in your head? That is the effect that the salt has, but it brings everything
bring down.
down
Yep, bring it
from
down.
your head, and it also causes you to cough and bring whatever is up on your chest. So several times a day, twice, morning and evening, or maybe morning, afternoon, and evening, and you'd be amazed at how quickly your sinuses would just clear up, right? Of course, it's better than the salt that you buy in the store for seasoning your food. It isn't as high in the sodium content that the doctors are constantly telling you to avoid salt because of the sodium
Yes.
content. This does not have all that sodium. So this is the better salt to use in preparing your foods.
Salt, sea
And of
salt.
course, the last thing I'm going to mention is wound healing.
Yep, I was going there. Where you going? You going?
Wound healing. If you have a cut, if you had a surgery, as long as the doctor says it's okay to wet the wound, the best place to go is in the ocean. And that salt will miraculously heal that wound. Or you can just bring some water home from the sea in a clean container and soak at home. Soak whatever body part that is, and you will be amazed at how well. So, salt is a preserver, it's a healer, and it's a seasoner. You know, the Bible talks about the salt losing its savor, right? Imagine eating food without salt.
Now, I can't imagine that because I need plenty salt. I a salt man. I salty. Folks, I can't eat food without salty. Anyway,
Okay.
anyway.
And
And
so we have less than 20 minutes
that's fine. That's
to
fine.
feature what we really came here to
Yeah,
feature.
but normally, I know guys on the island, when they have the athlete's foot fungus,
Oh,
they use the salt. They wash the foot with the
yes.
salt.
Yes.
So this is
Soak in the
soak
salt.
of salt.
It'll definitely
Yeah.
kill
Yeah. But
any
anyway,
organism, microorganism, fungus,
get
bacteria,
yourself
viruses.
some sea salt and take that bath. When you work hard and the muscle you ain't working right, you know when you gotta get yourself right because later in the night you gotta work. Yeah, so soak yourself in that salt, get yourself right. Oh, Melanie,
Okay.
back
So
again.
the final
Yep.
aspect, final couple minutes of
Yeah.
music, and Tony did not
No,
deliver.
I deliver. I tell you what, but you know, I promise. I get a little cold. I don't understand what you're cold. I don't know
It's
what's going on.
nice and cool.
She says nice and cold. Folks,
Nice and cool.
oh,
Did you notice I did not wipe my face once today?
all right. But folks,
Okay,
we
I'm
back
in my
on that.
elements.
We back. We can finish that. We can finish that little conversation here because I got to beat up a little bit on that. But folks, we can go. She gonna go on a Christmas thing. So what we gonna do? We're gonna talk along the Christmas line.
Well, you
Now,
know what we can talk about
don't
is
folks
gift
who,
giving
yeah,
at Christmas because we
want to talk
talked
about it?
about junkanoo, we already talked about food and
No, we can talk about
music.
Christmas woman. No, we ain't got no man need a man for Christmas.
Okay, go right ahead.
We can show you how to.
Cold weather time.
Yeah, the cold weather make you right. But
Nothing beats a good blanket.
oh Jesus, but make sure he's your husband.
And some nice
Don't let her drive you down the
chocolate.
road. See,
Chocolate.
see,
Chocolate under the blanket
what, what,
with a Christmas movie. Somebody this week was having a discussion about Hallmark movies and having the same storyline.
see what I tell you?
Trust
Old school,
me.
old school.
Hallmark is
Hallmark.
is 21st century Mills and Bones.
Hmm. Folks, yeah. But folks, let me say this to you. Try to get a gift that you could afford. Don't try to overspend. Try to stay in your bracket.
Stay within your
Yeah,
budget.
stay in your budget, stay in your mid. It ain't about the gift, it's about the thought. Sometimes I know the woman want the Gucci bag and the Gucci slippers, but take that money and pay the light bill and the water bill.
Yes,
Yeah, and,
yes.
and whatever left,
And also
then
give
buy the gift. Mm,
to a neighbor
yeah. So get your neighbor and
who may not
who
be able to
to
afford a
afford what
gift,
what you can.
especially the children.
And if you need some
Especially the
and if you
children.
need some gift, call me. I try for the children. I try to get some gift for them. Don't worry. Um, you know, like I say, but
And
this is
takes Tony seriously. Do call him.
this time for love. See, this is a time for love because we've been through hell in this
2020.
this one. We've been through hell, so you gotta enjoy. I have so many friends who didn't make it to Christmas, and it pains me, folks. Let me say this to you: the family, these families are so hurt. They lost this COVID-19 and
Mm.
natural causes of death,
Other
and
other causes.
the stupid gun shooting,
Diseases.
60-something people murdering, stupid. I won't say the word, but I can't say the word. It's stupidness. So a lot of people hurting through the loss. So what we could do
Loss
afterwards?
of jobs. The country is just beginning to open up again
Yeah.
after what, eight,
Oh,
nine
loss of
months?
jobs. Hey,
Yes.
you have a lot of people ain't working. So don't stretch yourself. Please don't stretch yourself. You just get your couple of dollars. You try to get. Listen, if you buy some folks a plant, they'll be happy.
hmm
All this thing about going to these expensive stores, man, listen. That day finish.
Even talking about being meaningful. You can buy a gift card,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
vouchers
yeah.
from the food
Or
store or the gas
give
station.
yourself up for love. Give yourself to your wife and your husband. Give your husband. Give yourself that. That's honey. I love you. Give yourself. Something
Give forgiveness because a lot of people
yeah,
have
yeah.
been
Something you
hurting,
never done in your bedroom.
causing things,
You do it. This is the
saying
time.
bad things.
Get, get,
Ask for
get it on.
forgiveness, seek
Yeah, seek
forgiveness
forgiveness.
for any hurt that you would have inflicted on another person.
Yeah. You know, like I say, time ready. That's what you say, time ready.
Time.
But um, in Christmas time back in the day, we saw some Christmas music. I remember times my mother used to carry me to the island on the Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to have we call to grind corn,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to have this machine to grind corn, and then we go, and they had this thing called a crawl, Christmas crawl. Let me explain what I might be using the wrong name, but this is what I remember crawl. What it is that they get some steel and stick in the water around, like in a round circle, and then they get a wire and put it around in the water. The water about a foot high, 2 foot high, and they put it in the water, and then we go on the boat and we catch fish conch, and we come back and we put it in there. That used to be like the fridge. See, I teaching you something. That used to keep the food in the crawl. I'm educating you.
So you bring the fish from the big ocean, and you put it in your homemade, almost like a pool or pond. But
Right.
you call it a crawl.
Crawl, yeah.
Okay.
And you used to have the fish in there, so you have no fridge. You ain't need no fridge. You ain't no power. So we used to buy
Fresh
lantern
to the kill.
and fresh. So now when it's time, Christmas time, they'll say, "Boy, go in there and get a grouper." So you go in there, you get a grouper, you right on the dock, and you cut it up fresh, very fresh, cut it up and bring it. And so what
That's
we used to
new
do,
for me.
yeah,
I've
and so
never heard of
see,
that.
because if you ain't got no fridge, you gotta improvise.
Mm-hmm.
So you used to keep. We never used to eat. We used to have sheep and goat. We used to kill and kill. We kill the one that we can cook all the food.
Well, it's interesting, because we just finished talking about salt, right?
Yeah,
And the crawl was not something that I was familiar with.
yeah.
Either you had an ice box or you would cure
The fish.
the
Yeah,
fish,
with the
the conch,
you're hanging on the
the
line, dry
turtle
it. Yeah,
meat.
yeah.
You
Right.
basically rub the
Salt.
salt on
Yeah,
it
dry it.
and then you hang it or place it
Mm.
in the sun so that the sun could dehydrate it and it would be ready that whenever you
Yeah.
ready to cook it,
Yeah,
you
right.
just soak it, cut it up,
Mm.
and cook
And
it again.
and
It's
and
not as fresh, but one thing, it was sure preserved.
and it was always at Christmas time after you get all this food. Christmas time, you always well, some people say sing Christmas music, but it never be Christmas music. It used to be
A lot of
Christian music.
chatter.
Yeah, a lot of chatter and Christmas music. So, so I grew up with that.
Well, it was Christmas songs still, even though it was hymns.
No, this is sing songs from way back then. Them old
Yeah,
songs.
like
Yeah, man.
what?
Yeah, I know you want me singing.
No, you could just say, you don't have to sing.
My mother' favorite song. She sing a song. I'll make it. Some
Mm-hmm.
lady, remember that song?
I sure.
I stumble and fall.
I know that one. Sing it, sing it, sing a verse.
I try to remember all the way. Sometimes, Lord
Guide me.
Jesus, hear my voice. I can't remember the words, but anyway, it's and say, I'll make it. Oh, I'll make it. I'll make it somehow.
Okay.
I'll make it somehow.
I sound like a St. John's Baptist.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll make it somehow. Carry the
Those
cross
favorite
all the
anthems.
way.
Anthems, eh?
I'm down across. Say my Jesus, yeah, my Lord. Listen, they're the kind of music used to make me. It used to make me
I
chip.
can see you excited
Yeah,
even now.
yeah.
Even now.
Yeah, I tell you the music.
You
The music
don't start crying now. Don't start crying.
What? Today I started singing them song, and I'm living on the hallelujah side. Their song they used to be something else, eh? Yeah, man. And I can hear my mother now, and I just get an emotional feeling. She'll sit there, boy, and she'll be singing. My mother's a singer. She sing, boy. I tell
But
you.
music is medicine, right? Like
What to
laughter.
the soul?
Like laughter.
To the
Music
soul.
is the best thing that we could submerge ourselves in.
I tell you, music.
So tell me, show me what a typical Christmas Day dinner looks like for you.
Man, listen, Christmas Day dinner. I ain't even going dinner. You tell me how many your Christmas dinners look like.
Well, for me, in the last couple of years, it's been all the sides, just the
Just
sides.
the sides, eh? Just the sides.
I love me some baked yam, candied yam. So that's the sweet potato with pineapple, with brown sugar, right? And some people put raisins in it. Now, my mom could do a good ham. Back in the day, I'd say my last time I ate ham would have been almost 35 years
I got
ago.
it. I got it. I think I got it. Glory be to Jesus. Hallelujah.
Sing
Rain.
it,
La
sing it.
la 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 lo. La la lo la 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 lo.
There goes the
Lord,
dicey
la
dog,
la
folks.
la.
If you never heard
Cause
it,
I
there it
live
is.
in on the hallelujah side. Oh, oh, glory be to Jesus. Let hallelujah rain. La 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 lo la 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 oh oh la 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 la. Cause I live in on the Hallelujah side.
All right.
All right, you can sing that song now. You ready to sing? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Mm.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry. Hey, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hey, we wish you. Come on, sing with me. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sing. You can sing with me. I can sing all this by myself. All this I can talk this Lord by myself.
Keep singing, Tony.
Oh Jesus, joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive. And I'm the king. A king. Let every heart beat. Hey!
Prepare
There's your time, yeah.
and heaven and earth shall sing.
And heaven
And heaven and earth shall sing.
and heaven and
And
heaven and earth shall sing. Hey, Christ, come on, let's go, let's go. I can sing the second part. You sing. It's two. You know, he's a quiet boy. I can sing the second one. I can sing the bass, and then the alto. I can sing. You just sing. Let's sing. I need help. I can't sing by myself. Let's
what,
go.
you want to sing another verse of Joy to the World?
You want to sing that one? Anyone you
No,
want to
I don't.
sing? Sing anyone. Every day, Christmas for you. Sing, child. You ain't singing me. Man, I can't sing by myself. Let me see. You know, Bahamian music play a lot of part in Christmas. Bahamians don't really cut to me, but Bahamian music, there's a lot of Bahamian because when you hear some Bahamian, I like Bahamian music so much. When I hear Bahamian music, I, I, I get a feeling, and I will do that move. Oh, shucks. Oh, roll. Oh, shucks to the that's what? Hey, yeah, you want me to get up and start it? Oh, shucks.
You want me to play one song?
Play one song.
So you can.
Catch
so you
that
can
crowd.
answer that? You want a
Folks,
Bahamian
we having a
song?
good time. No, man. Folks, it's all about letting loose sometime, hanging out. You ain't all about stiff having a show. You just gotta let it flow sometimes.
True.
As you go in church, this is what I have with church. I love the Lord, but I have a church. Sometimes the church don't, the Lord, the pastor don't let the church flow. Let me explain that. So when you're in church, they stop and do this and do that. If the church is supposed to be praise and worship, let it flow the whole day. Let it flow until it ends.
Don't
Stop
quench
it.
the
Yeah,
spirit.
don't quench the spirit. And a lot of time, the church is quenching the spirit. So let it flow. Now you hear me talk all that thing earlier. That's just to provoke. I know the truth. I know the truth. You know, I don't want nobody knock me. I know the truth. Our conversation is based on marriage, in marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the relationship, we talk about relationship, but our principle, we don't believe. I don't know what how, but most Christians don't believe in sex before marriage. So don't mix this up. But there, in the Bahamas, there's plenty of sex before marriage, because majority of people have sex before they marry, even if they're Christians. That's the truth. So don't see. You can't fool in front of the people. You tell the children all kind of foolishness, and then you're doing. You know you're doing. You know you ain't gonna marry nobody unless you find out what they all about. All right. I say no more.
Yeah, the mosquitoes.
Yeah, the mosquitoes is coming. We coming
Starting
to
to.
we coming to our closing hour.
Yeah, we coming to an end
We got one more show
next week.
on based on Christmas, eh?
Yeah.
Where we can take on the gifts and the gifts. When we talk about the gifts, we talk about the gift.
Okay, so we need to have them hit us up, persons who
Yeah,
know
somebody
somebody
who need a
who
gift, so we
needs
can give
a
our gifts
gift.
away.
Yeah.
We can bring our gifts.
And you could give us some idea on what the need is.
Give us some idea of what to do.
Hi, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
That's a lovely duet.
Sophie used trip, you know. Yeah, man. So, like I say, and singing bring the joy out of you. Eh?
Yeah.
Singing bring the sweet part of you. Anytime you know of a man happy, the Bible tell you singing bring anointing, right? So, anytime you see a man who's happy, and I speak about my sister, and I speak about my my brother in this program, and I must speak to Sophie. That's another one who instrumental, and you know, had a little,
Keeping you going.
yeah, they keep
Keeping
me,
you going.
keep me all the. I had a, I had a beautiful family. You know, folks, we don't give our families credit. We just bash our family, but it wasn't for our family to help us, but our children, some of them. I had a beautiful upbringing. I, I stray. You know, they try to keep me under control. They can't keep me under control. I Tony. I can do what I gotta do. Yeah, but 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 they fought me and they keep me on the right track because I was going all over the place. You know what I mean? And so I gotta big up my sisters and especially my mother who's passed, my love of my life, and now I can appreciate Melanie for steering me a little bit since she know me come 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, yeah. So Melanie, she had helped steer me too. And so
I help to stay you.
a little bit keep me on the right track. I had a lot of people who, who mentor me. Like it ain't just about me. I time for me to big up some people. Yeah, let me pick up some people. Vince Ferguson was one of my mentor. Dr. Larry Davis was the most wonderful time of the year. Um, there was a lot of them. Dr. O.A. Pratt, Valentin Pratt. I had some mental, some fellas. Kendall Taylor. I had a wonderful people played some instrumental roles in my life. Um, my sister Yolanda, my my sister Linda. I got inside family and outside family. Whole, you know, I had Patrice, Fernanda, and they all taught me some values that I never forget. Principle like never before. And I got plenty bruises on my back and belly. I can show you. They believe in cutting hip. You all don't believe in cutting hip now? These children can be rude.
They can be rude even if you beat them.
Yeah, that too.
They only thing is they go out in the street and beat other people the way you beat them
Yeah, you
if
believe
they're
in
angry.
you believe in that.
I believe that. Yeah.
That's not true.
Yes.
Nine,
It is. It is.
90% of the children, don't stop me. Don't stop me up. 90% of the children who grew up in my time ain't beat nobody.
90%.
Yes.
That's
And
because
they get
they had enough
caught up.
practice beating their brother and sister. They didn't need to go out in the road.
Right. But they don't believe in this new era about oh the children get beat down, they become physical and mental. Listen, that's foolishness. All these professionals, doctors, listen, the science don't show that. So you believe in the science. Anyway, and so Christmas means so much to, especially Bahamian. I didn't know when the Christmas tree had to jack.
The internet
You
service.
didn't know
Oh gosh.
when we
If
showed
this is slow, that means our
who
recording
play.
must be having a slow delay as well.
Yeah,
But
the
anyhow,
Christmas
Tony,
tree had to dance. Hey, it's time again for us to depart departed under the tree and move into our new Christmas series, and that'll be our last Christmas. Next will be our last Christmas
yeah,
series.
because next Friday is actually Christmas.
We are not coming on Friday. We are doing it on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday?
Yeah, we
That
doing
early?
or Wednesday. We're doing Wednesday, and if you tune in, we'll have some gifts
Wednesday at what time?
straight for the children, not you grown-ups, for the children.
You're gonna have treats?
Yeah, we have treat for the children.
Okay. And how are the children gonna get the treats?
They hit Melanie, hit me up. We get the gifts. Just hit us up. We got little gifts for everybody.
I'll tell
And
you what might be a good idea
what was that?
is once you get the gift, we can have Valdino and Petergate distributed out there so that as persons can.
Yeah.
So that'll be for the persons in the village
Yeah.
and anyone else who
Yeah.
dare be brave enough to travel far west and pick up a gift from Dino's and say that you come on recommendation from under
Your
the
tree.
tree. But you must first hit us up
So
because
we
we're
can
going
know.
to give
Come.
them the list of who to
Yeah.
expect.
Right.
So if you want to pick up a gift, then you must hit us up and say, we're coming to Dino's to collect a gift for XYZ so that we will make sure that the gift is appropriate for the person who you would like to have the gift. Okay?
And this gift is only for children, not for you grown-ups. Anyway, once again, keep your distance, cough in your hand, wear your mask, and wash your hand. The Corona Boogie. You can do the Corona Boogie. On next week, we will do the Corona Boogie. The Corona Boogie. Wash your hands, put your mask on your face, cough in your elbow, keep your distance. Corona Boogie.
And
Corona
thank you so
Boogie.
much for joining us
Corona
again.
Boogie.
Sophie, it's always good to see you.
Wash your hands.
And thank you to all
Keep
our
your
regular
distance.
followers.
Put your mask on your face.
And we hope that
Cough
you
in
will
your
join
elbow.
us
Corona
on
Boogie.
Tuesday or Wednesday,
Corona
Tony.
Boogie.
Let's get it right so they'll know from today.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Which?
Wednesday, sorry.
Wednesday at
3.
3 in the afternoon.
Right here.
Right here.
Under the tree. Corona Boogie. Corona. Come and go with me. Under the tree. Have a great evening, darling. I'm gentle. Under the tree. Don't. Hey. Hey. Under the tree. Under the tree. I gotta dance. Oh.